This is the all-new Mazda CX8. It's the newest crossover SUV in Mazda's lineup that can seat 7 passengers. It slots between the perky little CX5 and the giant CX9. Today, I'm going to go around this car so that I can share with you its features. Let's do this! I'd like to extend my thanks to Mazda Makati, who allowed me to do a walk-around review of this car in their fantastic and beautiful showroom. If you are in the area, please do pay them a visit and experience that top quality service that Mazda Makati provides to all of its clients. I first got to see the CX8 during my recent trip to Hiroshima, Japan, where we got to tour the Mazda Museum and the Mazda headquarters. When I saw the CX8, I knew that it would be a compelling vehicle of choice for me since I have 3 kids and it could seat 7 and it is smaller than the CX9. While the CX9 is a great vehicle, I find it a little bit too large for Manila roads, and that's where the CX8 comes in. It is quite perfect in terms of size for Metro Manila streets and Metro Manila families. For the Philippine market, we are getting 2 variants of the CX8. The first variant is what we have here, the front-wheel drive 7-seater Signature variant, and we will also get the range-topping 6-seater all-wheel drive exclusive variant. Now for this video, we will focus only on the front-wheel drive 7-seater variant that we have here. Looking at the design of the CX8, you could see that it looks exactly like the CX5 and the CX9. That's because the CX8 shares the same Kodo design language that can be found in the entire Mazda lineup. That means that this CX8 has that smooth, flowing, minimalist lines and design that gives it an impression as if it is still moving and flowing even while it is parked. Now, for this particular car, we could see that the paint is this beautiful machine gray paint that makes use of light and angles to give it that look as if it's made of liquid metal. Now, machine gray is one of Mazda's signature paint colors, and it is now available in pretty much the entire lineup of the car. Looking at the front grille of the CX8, you can see that it is still the same Kodo design grille that can be found in the bigger CX9. It still doesn't have that evolved Kodo front grille that can be found already in the new CX30 and the Mazda 3. However, like all of Mazda's premium offerings, we do have LED headlights found in the CX8, and these LED headlights are adaptive headlights wherein it points to the direction where your steering wheel is turned to. Moving on to the wheels, you can see that this SUV sports 19-inch wheels in gunmetal finish, and they are wrapped in Toyo Proxys with a size of 255/55 R19s. This wheel size is pretty much standard and at par for an SUV of this size. Moving to the back of the CX8, you will find an automatic liftgate, which is pretty much standard for an SUV in this price range. So all you need to do is just press a button and it automatically opens up for you. Now once it opens up, you will have a very good amount of space. We have here 742 liters of trunk space to be exact, with the third row seats folded down. However, when you put the third row seats up, your trunk space now shrinks to around 209 liters, which is still usable considering that you could still put a hand carry luggage and a duffel bag in this area. But wait, because there's still more. You see, hidden from prying eyes is a secret trunk that can be found underneath the floor of the CX8's main trunk. All you need to do is push this latch right here, lift it up, and there you go. You have another 33 liters of usable space that is hidden from prying eyes. So you could park your valuables right here or any other item that you want to hide from the prying eyes of your wife. Similar to all of Mazda's SUV offerings, the CX8 also comes with a 12-volt charger found at the rear side of the vehicle. This 12-volt charger, at first I didn't know what it's for, but thank you to my viewers who commented that this 12-volt charger is useful for those who go out on camping trips or who need to charge whatever gear or device they use for the outdoors, or even a tire inflation kit when you need to inflate your tires. Moving on to the engine, I encounter my first small disappointment in the CX8. You see, instead of a power-assisted hood lift, you have this standard traditional hood prop. And I have to say this, the hood isn't really a light hood. It's quite heavy. And I find that maybe most soccer moms who will buy the CX8 will have a difficult time lifting that heavy hood and propping it up in case they need to take a look at the engine. But with that niggle aside, let's move forward to the engine. What I have here is a 2.5-liter Skyactiv G engine. Now that presents another slight disappointment for me because I was kind of expecting that the CX8 would already sport the newer Skyactiv X engine, which is a petrol engine that has the same fuel economy as a diesel engine. But unfortunately, we still get the 2.5-liter Skyactiv G engine right here. Now, this petrol engine is good for 187 horsepower and 252 Newton meters of torque. It is not turbocharged like the CX9, but with that kind of power on tap, it's no slouch, but it's no race car as well. It should be able to get you from point A to B in a relatively smooth and easy manner. Now, this engine is also equipped with G-vectoring control, which makes millisecond adjustments to your throttle input to ensure the stability of the car during corners or during some wild rides in case you are late for soccer practice. You also have the I-stop capacitor here because all CX8s are equipped with the I-stop system, where the engine dies down when you go on a full stop to supposedly conserve fuel. But here in the reality of Manila's horrendous stop and stop traffic, I normally just turn off my I-stop feature when I start the car because it might just get damaged and broken whenever it constantly stops in terrible Manila traffic. The CX8 gets an 8-way power adjustable driver's seat, and it also comes with a memory function right here, while the passenger seat gets its own 6-way power adjustable seats. So this would give you luxury adjustments for both driver and passenger. Looking at the side of the passenger footwell, you will see here, peeking out, is a 12-volt charging outlet that can be found in front. It is cleverly hidden here because you also have your USB ports where you could also charge your gadgets. But if that's not enough, or if you have, let's say, a radar detector or any other gadget that needs 12-volt charging, you could easily reach it right here. The interior is where the CX8 truly shines. You see, you have this nice deep red Napa leather for your seats. They say it's deep red, but it really looks more like a burgundy, even almost brownish to me. But wow, the feel of this leather seats is like touching something that I cannot even mention in YouTube. It is that good. It is creamy goodness. When you look around the cabin of the CX8, you could see that the fit and finish rivals even those of European brands like BMW or Volvo. It is that premium. You've got a lot of soft touch plastic materials, and you've got your leather wrapped steering wheel and shift knob. The build quality is just at par, simply at par with these European brands. You couldn't really compare these Mazda offerings anymore to the other Japanese offerings because Mazda has taken it quite a few notches higher when it comes to the manufacturing process. I would even dare say that maybe the only Japanese brand that now rivals Mazda for its build quality and premium finish is that of Lexus. The driver's seat of the CX8 gets a lot of luxury appointments. First up, we have this leather wrapped steering wheel, and you have this handsome dashboard with soft touch premium materials. It also comes with this wood insert and accented by these metal accents. Your center console here, you have your aircon vents, of course, your automatic dual zone climate control, and of course your Mazda Connect infotainment system, which comes standard with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. You also have here your 6-speed automatic transmission. Mazda CX8 still uses the 6-speed automatic transmission instead of a CVT, and this automatic transmission also has sport mode in case you are in a rush to get to your supermarket for groceries. But kudos to Mazda for still sticking to an automatic transmission and not converting to CVT. This is a big thumbs up. Moving down from the automatic transmission, we have here your electronic parking brake with auto brake hold feature, which keeps the car stopped while you are stopped in traffic, and all you need to do, just depress the gas pedal and the brake hold immediately releases. We have here the control knob for your Mazda infotainment system, couple of cup holders, and this center glove box here, which opens in the middle, similar to the CX9. When you open it, that's where you find your USB ports and a big felt-lined storage space. The steering wheel comes standard with your infotainment controls, your Bluetooth calling, and your standard cruise control. Now, when we start the car, you will see that the gauges are pretty standard. You got your speedometer front and center, your tachometer at the left, and your information screen at the right telling me that I have to refill my fuel. The CX8 is also equipped with a myriad of safety features: traction control, lane departure warning, and the most notable is this view button, which gives you access to the 360-degree view camera. So I'll turn this on, and if you will look at the infotainment system, you have here the same system found in the new Mazda 3, where a front camera shows you the view of your front. It shows you the view around the car, which makes sure that you will not have a hard time avoiding obstacles and debris. Now, if I put the car in reverse, the view changes into the rear camera, helping you back up your CX8. This is a wonderful feature of the CX8 that can normally be found in premium and luxury brands. Since the CX8 would most likely be tagged as a mommobile, being a family hauler, safety is also a top priority for this car. That's why the CX8 has 6 airbags. It has lane departure warning. It has lane keep assist. It has electronic brake distribution, ABS, stability control. It even has rear cross traffic alert in case you're backing up from a parking slot and somebody decides to just cross your path. That makes sure that you won't have any accidents while getting out of the school parking lot. At the same time, since it's a big SUV, the CX8 comes with front and rear parking sensors and the 360-degree view camera that features 4 cameras around all sides of the CX8, giving you more like a bird's eye view of the car and the surroundings of your vehicle, just to make sure that you will not hit anything in case you are parking in a tight parking spot. So basically, the CX8 is pretty much an idiot-proof SUV that will make sure that nothing bad will happen to your car and to your family while you're driving it, and even while you're parking it. Since the CX8 is tagged as a family crossover SUV, the comfort of the back seats takes quite a bit of a priority to discerning buyers. Now, the first thing you will notice with the door is that when you open the door, it swings out like any normal SUV door, and it will open up like that and keep on opening and opening and opening until, boom, it is nearly perpendicular to the body of the CX8. This wide opening door enables your rear passengers to get in and out of the car with relative ease. Now, since this has a third row, we have to see how easy it is to get the passengers in the third row as well. And how do you do that? You just go to the seat, hit this latch, which tumbles the seat back, and grab on to the front grab handle under the seat, lift that up, and slide the seat forward. Now you have an access point where you can already go into the third row, which I will do in a little while. Okay, let's now try the third row seat. I have the second row tumbled down right here. We're going inside. I still have a decent amount of knee room in here. I'm seated quite well at the third row. Let me change the camera angle. There you go. The third row with its headrest, full-size headrest, full-size seats. You could see I am quite comfortable in the third row. There is this built-in armrest, even with a grab handle here. You can see that. There's a grab handle. And you got a cup holder and a small cubby where I can park some of my stuff. The third row is a comfortable place to be in, almost the same as the CX9's third row, which can house medium-sized adults like myself. I'm 5'6". Headroom-wise, it's a little bit cramped, so if you are somebody who is taller than 5'8" or 5'9", do not sit at the third row seats. Instead, take your place in the front row or even in the second row so that you'll be more comfortable. The third row seats pretty much are reserved for adults who are 5'6" or smaller, or for small humans, also known as kids. Now I'm seated at the second row of the CX8, and the seats are adjusted in a way as if there is a passenger in the third row. You can see there is good amount of leg room that can be found. Knee room, leg room, it's quite comfortable. Now I have the center console, center armrest out right here, and if you lift up this cover, you will find that there is a felt-lined place where you can park your stuff, and you have a 2.1 ampere USB port for charging your gadgets. You also have a couple of cup holders here, but if you have somebody who will sit in the middle, you can just stow that away, and voila, you already have a 3-passenger bench that you have on the second row. You also have the second row's own automatic climate control system, which gives it its own climate zone when driving. And a notable feature of the CX8 is that it shares the same luxury feature as the CX9. It has a driver's side back pocket for the driver's side seat. We have one for the passenger's seat. In fact, we have two. We have the first main pocket here, and we have a smaller pocket found below it. When you go to the driver's seat, there are also two pockets, the main one and the small one. So while Mazda scrimped on the back pockets in these other models where they only give one instead of two, the CX8 gets 4 back pockets. Now while you're seated at the second row and you're enjoying the premium goodness of the CX8 while stuck in horrendous Manila traffic, you may want to have some form of privacy for yourself, and that's where these privacy curtains come in. The CX8 also has privacy curtains that you could put up and put out just to make sure that the prying eyes of the riffraff outside your CX8 will not see you snoring while you are sleeping inside your car. While the Philippine market is dominated by these ladder frame, diesel-fed SUVs, there is still that discerning buyer who prioritizes comfort, luxury, and build quality above all. Now, this discerning buyer may have a medium-sized family as well, maybe 2 to 3 kids, just like myself. Now, the CX8 is for this discerning buyer, this discerning father or mother of a brood of kids who wants to have a luxurious, comfortable ride without paying the luxurious and uncomfortable price. Speaking about price, how much is the CX8 front-wheel drive going for? Well, this model has an introductory price of 2,290,000 pesos. Now, if you want to pony up for the all-wheel drive variant and have that luxury of 2 seats in the second row with your center console, you will have to pay 2,450,000 pesos. Now, that all-wheel drive model will come into the country in the coming weeks, but right now, this two-wheel drive CX8 is currently available in Mazda Makati and other Mazda dealers. So there you have it, everyone. That is another walk-around review of this all-new, brand-new Mazda CX8. I do hope that you subscribe to my channel. If you like this video, hit that like button and show your love in the comments below. I would love to hear your feedback. Anyway, I will see you again in the next video. Bye-bye.